Hey everyone, welcome back to Untethered Truth. I'm your host Vince. Well, I guess I'm just a glutton for ridicule because I just keep questioning the cosmology of those who passionately defend the globe. After all, our entire civilization depends on people not questioning the shape of the earth. I really should stop replying to my opponents, though, because I feel like I'm squabbling with some bratty little teenagers. It's starting to sound a lot like this.
No, this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It is. You just contradicted me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did.
No.
You did just then.
No, nonsense.
Oh, look, this is futile.
No, it isn't.
I came here for a good argument.
No, you didn't. You came here for an argument.
Well, an argument's not the same as contradiction.
Can be.
No, it can't.
Look, if I argue with you, I must take up a contrary position.
But it isn't just saying no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Be that as it may, I want everyone to get information that could expand their perception of the earth that we live in. So I'm bringing the heat once again on this third installment of Empirical Evidence for Flat Earth. Let's start this off with a little appetizer. The Nile River is the world's longest river. However, did you know that there is at least 1,000 miles of that river that has only 1 foot of drop? If you go to earthcurvature.com and put in 1,000 miles, the earth would be dropping over 125 miles downward over that distance. So if we're on a spherical earth, that's impossible. To me, that's another game over.
Game over, man. It's game over.
I've got a couple extra things to share, so let's get into it. I've said this before, but I'm only focusing on the most empirical evidence that I can find, and it seems like the sun is giving lots of empirical evidence that the heliocentric model is not accurate. In my last video, I talked about how hotspots on clouds indicates a nearby sun. On this video, we're going to see clouds appearing behind the sun, which also indicates a nearby sun. Let's watch this clip so that you can see what I'm talking about. Now you gotta admit that's a very interesting video. I can't explain exactly how clouds appear behind the sun or appears to be dropping into a blanket of clouds, but the one thing I think is reasonable to rule out is that the sun is millions of miles away. It also can't be over 1 million times bigger than the earth if you can see clouds behind the sun. So here's the finale. Let's check out another clip from Dean Odell. In this clip, Dean lays out some very solid points that jets and planes do not adjust altitude downward to stay level with the alleged curvature of the earth. Let's listen.
This is a NASA technical manual, and this is what it says. All right, here's your AutoCAD model of the Earth with all the curvature, right, the 8 inches per mile squared. Now, an aircraft flying, remember, it has to nose the nose down to keep flying at a constant altitude, right, if we live on a ball. But think about a plane, you know, commercial aircraft fly about 525, on average, 525 miles an hour. But think about a plane flying 700 miles an hour, or 1,400 miles an hour, or 2,100 miles an hour. What they would have to be covering. Look at this. This is a Blue Angel flying 20 feet off the water down the coast in Pensacola. All right, let's understand something. This video said that this plane was flying just under the speed of sound, so just under Mach 1, so it was flying about 700 miles an hour. 700 miles an hour, you divide that by 60 minutes in an hour. Every minute at 700 miles an hour, you are traveling 11.6 miles a minute. 11.6 miles comes out to, in 1 minute, 89, almost 90 feet, 89.7 feet. You understand that that's a 9-story building that he would have to be within 60 seconds, he would have to have gone down 90 feet. Just take it half. 5.3 miles every 30 seconds. The pilot, think about that. He's flying 20 feet off the water. And I've seen multiple videos of them breaking the sound barrier while 20 feet above the water and causing the water to just go everywhere, right? Impossible except on a flat plane.
So let's recap some key points. The commercial jet flies about 525 miles an hour, and some of the war jets fly much faster than that. This Blue Angel was flying roughly 700 miles an hour, and it was flying only 20 feet above the water. If you use the curvature calculator, that is a downward drop of 11 miles per minute. However, there is never a downward drop in the altitude of any plane to adjust for curvature, no matter how high or low the plane is flying. Now, globe Earth pundits usually explain this away by saying that gravity keeps planes flying level with the Earth. But my question to people who say that is this: what experiment can you show that proves that gravity, if it even exists, is keeping planes level with exponential downward curvature in all directions? Gravity is often used like a wild card or a magic wand. Of course, Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein both had completely different theories about gravity. Newton's theory about gravity is basically that the larger an object is, the more it attracts things to itself. I personally believe that magnetism and density explain the natural phenomenon of what goes up must come down. However, I don't think gravity is the same thing. Gravity is only necessary if we were on a sphere. And if you don't already know, I think you should know. They've never been able to prove with any experiment the existence of gravity. So if we're going to go with empirical evidence, we're going to have to do experiments that are observable and can be proven by physical evidence. To me, it would be far more honest to call gravity a theory rather than claim that it's a scientific fact. So that's all for now. Stay tuned for more videos on empirical evidence for Flat Earth. And as always, stay agile, my friends. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with friends and family. You can follow me on Facebook at Untethered Truth Prevails. You can also find me on Twitter at UntetheredVince. If you'd like to give to me financially, you can go to Patreon, and you can find me there at Untethered Creations. I'm also on Venmo, and you can find me if you go to Vince-Barton-1. Once again, I really appreciate you all for joining me, and I wish you good success in the pursuit of truth. Grace and peace to you all.